Welcome back to action from the Africa Racing Series here at the Lichtenburg 200. We're moving onto our regional and club categories now for the bikes and quads. Drivers briefing just after the previous round's prize giving. Different way of doing things. They give the prizes out at this round to ensure the riders come back, and they're all still here, ready to go. Sponsors getting as much leverage as they can out of this, and looking forward to the action now between the two-wheelers and four-wheelers on the motorcycle section. Oh, and right at the start, JP van Rooyen with a bit of an issue as he got off the line, hit the jump and went over the bars. So a big crash there from the youngster. Not quite what he wanted, that's for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of guys on the sideline just warning the starters that there is a man down. They've got him out the way, the second group. In fact, this is the third group of riders making their way out into the track now. AJ Brits, AJ Steyn and GS Forshia. Jean-Pierre van Rooyen eventually got back up and got going again. Good to see that. Eugene Steyn now leading things out just ahead there of the 416 of Jaco Delport. Kat Davies in the mix as well. They start 3x3 out of the start gates and head off into the battlefield here just outside of Lichtenburg. Christian Steyman looking for Manus Haps and Andre Barwise to go with him. It's going to be pretty impressive between these youngsters as they head now out onto the track for the very first time. Manus and Ruben Kotze going out there with Adam St. Quintin as he makes his way onto the circuit there. The 9 bike of Kotze is going to lead these guys out and try and stay up there with Ruben Kotze. The three of them are going to try and work together. You can see the marking has been done exceptionally well to ensure that the riders stay on track. They don't want to be heading off into somebody else's plots or farms. There's been permission given by all of the land that we've been using, and of course a big thank you to all those people that have given us land to play on. John Kelly is there with Buitendach and Frans Grobler. It's not too far away now before we head out into the Lichtenburg 200 to show you exactly what's happening out in the farmlands. Louis Blom and Jovan Scholz were there with Roy Griffiths. Little jump to get them going. The crowd have stuck around for that jump. They're expecting some big action there. We saw it already in the first couple of groups, a rider going down. But it looks like everybody else has decided just to take it easy over that first jump. Not going to spoil things from the word go. Strubel and Wimpy de Toy now making their way out into the circuit too. To see these guys. Looking forward to a big battle at the front end, and I'm sure that they're going to be fighting hard. Ricardo Janssen van Buren, Jean-Andre Swanepoel and Andre Swanepoel. And it's Jacques Meyer and Adrian Klopper with Nicky Buertes out there too. The number 2 bike there, Jacques Meyer. And the number 2 plate possibly from last year's championship. So he probably finished up high up, and that's why he's probably a little bit further down than what he is right now. But pushing hard, as you can see, into that first section. Trying to get away from the 3 bikes or the other 2 that he started with. The riders now getting into the grips of things and just getting themselves into a bit of a rhythm. They've got to do 4 laps out there. The laps will probably take between sort of 9 to 10.5 minutes per lap. Looks like problems here for Tebe Mompokoloke. Unfortunately with some problems there. So a little bit of issue there for the rider at the start. And then we get into the quads. Sidi Goosen and Franco Pretorius, first 2 of the quads onto the circuit. And you can see Goosen not holding back, already catching some of the back markers. I think that might have been Molope that he caught up there. Tebe, just a little bit of issues there with that bike. Didn't quite get the start he wanted. Brian Hapst and Johan Bronkhorst now onto the track. And no holds barred here, as you can see. See the big 450s giving it everything they can, and a couple of side-by-side maneuvers as well. And here we go. Gideon Jacobs and Marty Bachfischer. Super start from Marty. One of our top lady riders in this category, and looking forward to doing a little bit of battle amongst the boys. Probably catching some of the back markers of the two-wheelers as well. George Michaelides, we've seen him in national championship status a little while ago, but now enjoying himself down in the regionals and club categories here as part of Africa Racing Series. He's certainly a man to watch out for and can probably run at the front end, hopefully getting himself up there. Reino Bierkes will be the man to watch probably for the entire day, and then the Brinkmans going together right behind him. So Henry Brinkman will be looking to just get ahead and hopefully run there with his brother Quintus Swanepoel and William Wilson. It's nice to see a big field of quads, and I know that there's been a sort of demise in the quads for a while, and particularly at national championship level, so it's awesome to see that they've picked up here down at club and regional level, which means that it bodes well possibly for the national series growing bigger and better as well, with the amount of effort that's been put in by the 2 off-road regional and club series that run all around the top end of this part of the country. Philip Boyser and Kobus van Niekerk not quite get the start he wanted, but here we go onto the track now. And as they make their way out, they'll be looking to get into grips. Now, the nice thing about the quad starting behind the bikes is at least they'll see the lines that the bikes have already put out there, so it definitely helps out. They usually run it the other way around, but of course here today I think most of the bikes are a lot quicker as our junior bikes now make their way out for the first time. Jaco Fourie, Niels Janse van Vuren and Skalk Venter in that group as they make their way out. See the junior quads just in the foreground there, still having some fun on the track. Edwin Dreyer pushing hard as he makes his way out onto the track for the first lap. Remember, most of these guys are going to try and finish all 4 of the laps. There could be some time bars and of course some penalties put in. Junior quads now making their way out too. Kayla Skoltz, definitely a lady to watch out for. She stepped up, remember, from the kiddies up into the junior category now, so certainly a young lady to keep an eye on. Peter Karam at front though, it looks like he's starting to set some good pace here in the OR3 class, and in fact in the OR3 class it's incredible to see how he's going. Francois de Groof right on his tail, also running out of OR3, so literally the front end being led up by OR3, then Ryan Beekers, first of the OR1 category to come through there. Theo Balwise and Lawrence Erasmus just behind him. And the way things have gone so far, Balwise leading out the senior bikes. JP de Villiers coming through there just ahead of JJ Brits and Forshire. Cavana man pushing hard, just trying to stay ahead of about 4 or 5 KTMs by the looks of it, just on his tail. AJ Steyn comes through there, 747, going like a Boeing. Eugene Steyn also looking very good at this point, but not quite where he wants to be. Probably looking to get a little bit higher up as we get into the thick of it. JP van Rooyen, that's the man who crashed out. Good to see him continuing. Jaco Delport just behind him, and then Aiden Frith closing things down there on the 29. 949 is the next man into shot, and of course Wimpy de Tooy will be looking to get a little bit higher up. He's currently just outside the top 10 in OR1. OR1 is actually the biggest field we've got here with 15 riders, which is really nice to see. Christian Buitendach also looking to try and make his way a little bit higher up, and of course fighting hard for an opportunity to be involved with this fight at the front end. Swanepoel and Jacques Meyer. Jacques Meyer there with the number 2 plate, hopefully going to be a little bit higher up. He's got some work to do too. Hopefully won't be put into any time bars. Quinton Lee, it's an old Suzuki he's on. That's good to see. Haven't seen a lot of Suzukis out there, particularly in off-road, but it's great to see that brand being supported. Manus Herbst also making up some ground now on the 38 Special. He's sitting 3rd place in the senior bikes. That's in the junior category things. Remember, there's a junior senior category and there's a senior category as well. First of the quads, Gideon Jacobs, putting in some pressure at the front end. Looking good. Look at the rhythm that man's got. Very, very nice. Out the saddle the whole time, making the quad do the work. Bronkhorst maybe having to work a little bit harder because of it's a slightly bigger quad he's on. And it looks like Brian Haps here about to catch Tembe. Yes, Tembe with a little bit of issue at the start, remember. And it looks like he just forgot to turn the fuel on. But now he's got the fuel on and going. Franco Pretorius, 4th of the quads on track at this point. And running just behind his teammate. Marty's made it up to top 5. That's a good run there from the young lady. Watch out for her keeping out Brinkman if she can on L49 here. And LTZ 400 looking good in the hands of Brinkman. Now Swanepoel on the KTM. And another one here from Gideon Reinecker. Nice to see the guys standing up and letting the quad do the work. See these riders a little bit further back. One of our junior riders, Niels Janse van Vuren, sitting down, should be standing up through that section. Allowing the bike to do the work and not the body. Now we're getting into what they mentioned earlier on. Our sponsors even walked the circuit and said there's going to be a lot of wetness out there. And I think when we get into that wetness, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the commentary to pick up on the numbers. But right now we can see who they are. This is MC, one of our junior riders in the quad section. And Struble just ahead of one of the junior bikes and senior bikes as well, getting in the mix with the quads. Michaelides, I said, was going to be a little bit higher up, but maybe just taking a bit of strain here on this first lap, trying to get into the rhythm with Edwin Dreyer closing him down. One of our juniors as well on the Honda, that's CP Cronier. This is nice to see. Is that? Yes, it is. Kayla being helped out there a little bit by one of the senior riders, and just helped out through a section that she maybe just battled a little bit with. Remember, she's coming out of the kiddies quads for the first time, so it's not going to be an easy day for her. But I think that was Dad that was on her tail helping her out and just following her around just to make sure that she gets through the course for the first time. Remember, it is the first time she has stepped up into the more senior riding. Join us off the break for some more action here